Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Andrea and today I'm going to be sharing the top 7 adventurous things to do in Alaska. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button because I'm going to be making a lot more videos on all of the super fun things to do and places to see while you're traveling around Alaska. With that being said, first on the list is glaciers. So Alaska has over 100,000 glaciers, but what's super fun about it is that there are so many ways to see them. You can drive to them and see them right from the road. You can hike to them, kayak to them, see them from a stand-up paddleboard, or just see them from the sky. Some glaciers even have hidden ice caves that you can actually explore, but please make sure that you're educated in glacier travel before you actually do this on your own. If you want to stand on top of a glacier, your best options are to head to Matanuska Glacier, Mendenhall Glacier near Juneau, Root Glacier in Wrangell St. Elias National Park, or do a glacier landing on Ruth Glacier during your Denali sightseeing tour. This brings me to my next suggestion on the list of things to do in Alaska, which is visit Denali National Park. There's actually only one road that goes through the national park, and it leads you to one of your best chances to see moose, caribou, Dall sheep, wolves, and grizzly bears. Most of the year, you can drive your personal vehicle on the road until mile 15, which honestly, this is where I tend to see the most wildlife anyways. But the national park hosts a road lottery every year, and if you win, you can drive as much of the Denali Park Road as you want. I highly recommend seeing Denali from above. It's an unforgettable experience. I absolutely loved it. There's plenty of sightseeing experiences that you can book in Talkeetna, and I would definitely add a glacier landing to your tour. You won't be disappointed. Third on the list of things to do is hiking. If you're looking for a real Alaskan adventure, then you really need to head into the woods. Hiking is my favorite thing to do in Alaska. Alaska has a ton of hiking trails that lead you to waterfalls, glaciers, alpine lakes, suspension bridges. There's just so many amazing trails for all different skill levels. There's also a lot of options for multi-day hikes like Resurrection Pass, Kasugi Ridge, and the historic Chilkoot Trail. Next up on the list is camping. Alaska has no shortage of places to pitch your tent for the night. Many spots can be found just off the main road system, which makes it a great place to try it out if you haven't already done so. You can choose to sleep in a tent or live your best life glamping in a yurt or one of the many states' public use cabins. Coming in at number 5 is whale watching. Getting to see a whale breach right next to you is magical. You can see whales all around Alaska. You can see beluga whales as you're driving along Turnagain Arm, humpback whales off the coast in Sitka, but one of my favorite places to go to see whales is Seward. Whether you want to see orca whales, humpback whales, gray whales, this is a main place to go for whale watching tours in South Central Alaska. Now, if you want a more intimate experience, I highly suggest getting on a sailboat. Last summer, I took a sailing trip with my good friends at Resurrection-based Sailing Charters, and it took whale watching to a whole new level. It's just so much quieter being on a sailboat than what you would typically experience on one of the larger passenger boats through Resurrection Bay. My next suggestion, which is one of my favorites, is kayaking. I love kayaking in Alaska. There are many different types of kayaking you can actually do. So lake kayaking and river kayaking are a great way to see different landscapes and wildlife like moose and bald eagles. And sea kayaking is a must if you want to see a whole different side of Alaska. The Alaskan coastline extends for 6,640 miles and truly provides some of the greatest sea kayaking locations in the world. Getting on the water gives you a chance to have up-close experiences with glaciers, icebergs, forests, and if you're lucky, breaching whales and Dall's porpoise. Some of my favorite places for sea kayaking in Alaska can be found across Homer in Kachemak Bay. Last on the list of adventurous things to do in Alaska is bear viewing. You can easily see bears at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center near Portage or the Fortress of the Bears in Sitka. Both of these are rescue centers. I went on a bear viewing trip with my mom a few years ago, and it's still one of my favorite things that I've ever done in Alaska. We took a scenic flight across Cook Inlet to Lake Clark National Park and landed on a remote beach. We walked around the area and our naturalist guide took us around to see bears digging for clams in their natural habitat, and they completely ignored us. It was amazing. A bear viewing tour to Katmai National Park or Lake Clark National Park will cost you over $650 US per person. It's a little bit pricey, but if you could only choose one big tour, this is it. And that's it for this Alaska travel guide. I hope you found some inspiration on adventurous things to do in Alaska. And let me know in a comment below if you've been to Alaska, what was your favorite thing to do? And if you haven't, what are you looking forward to? Thank you for watching my video. See you guys next time.